Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mr. Brad Chester, the youngest man, the healthiest man, the tallest man, the best hair in the game.
The zombiest man? You
And
sound like you were attacked by some zombies.
I feel that I'm in the right place. There's only one road that leads back to my neighborhood, so I can defend it from the zombie invasion. I wanted to put us by the fire today and relax. Chill out. Talk about Hobby Mojo. Talk about upcoming tournaments. Talk about how I put the best looking model in the universe on the board at California Cup. And
Now,
this,
did you get to keep that dreadnought? Like, is that your dreadnought
oh,
now?
that's mine.
Nice.
Like, I have that. I'm going to have to give it back to Snakes. He's going to just throw it into a thing of green, whatever the hell, that removes the paint. I love that Kenny Boucher literally kept making sure that the interviews were done so that you could always see my dreadnought in the background. And he just kept giving me shit. I think my favorite response to that was Max Dubois literally went, Brad, this is a new low even for you. It's like, just why? I
I
had
mean, you have models, well, model that's painted with nail polish and lipstick, so I don't understand how that's a low for you.
this one even looks worse than that. It was that model was so bad looking that like I just assumed that John Cena was going to show up to talk to me. I was on my deathman.
I mean,
That
you did finger paint it with Crayola water washable paint, so
I didn't use any. I didn't prime it or anything either. It's a work of art. And it also that ballistic dreadnought sucked balls. Okay, that thing just got the ejector seat. Fuck
I,
that.
I have two of them that I'm like, oh, I should probably paint this because people keep saying it's a good model, and then
It should be a good model, but it just doesn't have rerolls or enough shots. It's not consistent enough. And it punches back with the wet noodle variety of hand-to-hand attacks. It was not great. And it is it literally got the James Bond ejector seat for this weekend. We
did
is a
you just have the
crumpet.
one? Did you just have the one of them, or did you have two of them?
I just had one. It was funny because
Maybe that's why.
I was talking to it at the tournament. Innes and I were sitting there. Innes Wilson from Scotland, and we were talking about saying that I hated it. He goes, "I brought three and won the event at Coventry or wherever he went to." And he goes, I could have played 500 points down and still had the same result because they did nothing. I started laughing so hard. I'm like, I just don't know. They didn't feel great. I did make some adjustments to the list. I'm really happy with the list that I sent over now. Or happier, how about that? The only thing with the Marines right now is they really fall for me because of the fact that I sound like this. Uh, that is true. The goal, he put the goal in the cooler for me. Uh, Greg literally grabbed my model and was just like, let me try to help just a little bit to make this look not the worst. But my power of suck was so hardcore that no one could stop it from sucking.
Just put some wash on it. It'll be okay. It'll all come together at the end.
Dude. But no, I just the only thing with the Marines right now for me, the type of list that I like to play with the Marines, put it that way, is I felt that I had a great amount of answers, but man, that list is not made for long tournaments. The mental fatigue is real. Uh, just you had I played a lot of 5 turn games. You're not rolling over people. It feels really good with the things that it can do, but it also feels like you have to make good decisions all 5 turns every single game.
I feel like you should have taken Eldar or Tau, especially since you were planning on playing 9 games and, trying not to kill yourself.
Yeah, I agree on that. Austin, yeah, a little bit, but like Ironstorm's just not my mojo. I thought I had enough damage to be perfectly honest with you. Uh, the Scent devs were workhorses. Inceptors were laughably the MVPs. followed by the Deathwing Command Squad, and not for damage, just for existing and stealing objectives and doing things. And the unit that I would love to hate, but man, is just so cleft sometimes, is Infiltrators with the Phobos Librarian. That just won me a game. I was playing Kyle Perry's Elves, and it against
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's just against armies that like are just all shooting and they want to shoot you and be tricksy. It's a big deal. Also, what are we making?
What are we making? So there's a couple things going on. One, I am working on a display board for the Warhammer World Championships I'm going to next week.
Champions. What are you bringing though?
And I have no idea. I was going to use that today to discuss
Didn't you have to submit a list last night?
the 9th. So tomorrow.
I was just saying, I don't even know what the day is.
I mean, you're messed up into another dimension. So if you check out Still Frosty Gaming, either my YouTube channel or my Instagram, you can see the bottom portion of the display board where it's this underground sewer system with resin effects and lighting. So now I'm working on the top of it. So I'm building some walls out of foam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How the fuck am I not getting resin effects and lighting? I'm getting your play mat or your mat.
We haven't even discussed what you want, and I still have no idea how we're getting it to Vegas.
The playmaker's gonna take it. Oh, also I'm saying, why am I not able to see this? You should have
The display board?
You should have immediately cammed me in. I want to see this. The people want to see.
I just have videos being made, like just shorts, so you can watch it. In like 30
we could have
seconds.
placed one of those up. Where are they?
They're on my YouTube page. They're on my Instagram page.
Instagram. I don't even know what that is. So
I mean, you are a dinosaur, but I'm pretty sure you know what Instagram is.
I don't use it. Let's see. Still Frosty. I'm going to your Instagram right now.
Yeah, it's under my shorts. So in addition to working on display board, I also accepted a commission from one of our viewers on Death or Glory who wanted me to make a whole bunch of bases for his Chaos Knights army. So he wanted me to make 18 bases for all of his war dogs and stalkers and carnivores and everything. So I have a whole bunch of bases, and we were going to do like a temple, or I guess probably an imperial palace, but with cobblestone inside of it, and then I'll have walls. So I'm going to be working on that as well.
What is it called? I've got your shorts up. I need to find this. I'm going to share them with everybody.
Literally like the first video in the shorts.
Is it called The Ooze is Taking Over the World?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is. It has like this bomb ass soundtrack too.
Ooh. Oh man, I'm gonna download this and put it up here.
Can't you just screen share?
Yes, but hold on. I don't want to blow everybody up. Uh-oh. Hold on, everyone. I have to size this. I think I'd rather just download it. Why won't it let me download it?
Because it's YouTube. I don't know.
That makes me sad. Stealth FAQ yesterday? I didn't know there was a stealth FAQ.
Yeah, it's like 3 questions. It was 3 questions that were answered, one of which is for Crusade, which is, totally relevant to 40K.
What happened to Company Heroes? Somebody let me know what happened. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Nothing happened to Company Heroes. They just won't allow you to take, you can't attach Dante or Azrael to the Company Heroes yet. It's literally a non-issue.
Yeah, +1 toughness is definitely not as cool as -1 to wound. Ugh.
That's a battle honor for Crusade. That has nothing to do with their entry.
I want to, let's see, Brandon stuff.
It literally says battle honors. That's a Crusade term.
Oops.
It doesn't. The +1 toughness, -1 to wound doesn't exist.
Hold on.
They get -1 to wound.
I gotta size this bad boy down for everybody. You guys are just looking at everything that I'm looking at online right now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about all those Pornhub things up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting this
I thought we were talking about Nornhub, so
that is the best. Nordub's always good. There we go. How did you get a song with gelatinous ooze in it?
The internet is a wild, wild place.
I saw the end result of this and I liked it. This is so much cooler than.
Yeah, you get some resin effects going on.
I like this a lot.
I've even done more since that. So
You have more? You
yeah,
should watch more of your videos.
I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff. So
Ooh, we're gonna watch the Smoky Mountain one.
okay.
No, that's just this. I thought this was an actual effect you made. Oh, I'm disappointed.
Yes, because I made the Smoky Mountains with my hand.
Well, I would have been more impressed if you did.
So yeah, so this is pretty much how this has gone down. So Saturday morning, I was expecting to have like a easy day, and then I get reached out to by a tournament organizer saying, "Hey, Brandon, the person who was ahead of you is no longer going to Atlanta. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "I guess." And Eloise is like, "You're going," mainly because
Oh, I
she
was just
wanted to
about to
go either
say
way.
she has so many reasons that don't involve you whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
So Eloise has a friend that's coming in from France that she hasn't seen in a long time. And
15 years.
yeah, and you were completely irrelevant to this.
Yeah, because I wasn't planning on going. I wasn't planning on checking it out. I just, thought I'd be chilling out, not doing anything that week. So I got a ticket, or at least signed up. So I was like, ah, shit. Like I haven't done anything for any kind of army or anything. So I was like, let's build a display board. So went to Home Depot and just got all the stuff, and have been making this display board since Saturday lunchtime, and have been working on it pretty nonstop. And I mean, it's coming along. It looks pretty cool. I have a whole second layer I need to do that I haven't started yet.
Are you basically making a Ninja Turtle army for it?
No, it actually matches my Space Marine and my Tau Army.
So what are you gonna bring? Let's talk about this now. And then we're gonna talk about how awesome my list is afterwards. But now
Yeah.
we have to figure. Now I have pressing reasons to talk about your army.
Well, so my thinking is I'm probably not going to win first place. I know
that is
it's crazy,
that's
crazy
that's
thoughts.
that is quitter mentality. I don't like
That's not
that at
quitter
all.
mentality. I just haven't played that much.
I just assume that I'm gonna win and then draw back from there.
So I have two thoughts about this. I can either one take the best looking army and just try to go for best overall, which is usually my goal most of the time, or I could actually try to build a very competitive list, but I don't have the models and there's no way I'll be able to get them within a week. So I
Again,
kind of
I mean, you could just do it.
just do it.
I mean, just make it happen. You could stop cutting out Ninja Turtles and make an army. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Get your priorities straight, yo.
my priority is trade. I want to make a nice display board for myself.
How about both? I feel like you're just being lazy now.
I'm just being lazy.
Clearly, all you need is about a half hour and a lot of wine, and you can make a model. Boom, happen just like that.
I haven't had a glass of wine in a hot minute, so maybe I should try that. See if that helps me out.
100%. Get yourself some Malbec. That is the particular type of wine that gives you the best creative inspiration, as I heard. It's a big deal. So what are my options for things that you have?
So realistically, probably Tower Space Marines.
Do you want,
It is GW format, and it's on the GW actual train.
do you have the models for what I sent you, my new list?
No, I don't.
I swear to God, Cremona, if they remake it and it sucks, I'm gonna be so mad. I love Lost Boys. I also love that soundtrack. Cry, little sister. There's so many good songs.
I hate how they just keep remaking movies that don't need to be remade.
I mean, true story too.
Like, you can't tell me there aren't enough creative stories, or, we don't need a sequel to a sequel to a sequel. It's just stop. Just make a new creative story. It's not that can't be that complicated.
I I love that movie. It's so cheesy and it's fantastic. And it had the Coreys in it as the Bug Brothers. It was fantastic. No, I'm kind of excited for it, but from more of a please don't be a car crash.
So with the list that you sent me, Brad, I have 80% of it. I don't have the Gladiator Reapers, and I don't have the Devastator Centurions.
Well, the Devastator Centurions literally are the one of the bread and butter pieces in there. You have to have those. The list doesn't work
Yeah.
without them.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't have those. And good luck getting both those models.
I feel like you could get those so easily.
Well, I actually just sold the Devastator Centurions to Sean, so Sean Rice has them now.
Just get them back.
Yeah, they're ugly. I don't like them.
Oh my god. You put self-imposed fucking limitations. This makes me sad. You don't see me stopping with ugly.
You and your Crayola finger painted model.
I can't be stopped. I'm like a natural disaster. You just got to call in FEMA.
Well, I've been trying to do best overall awards. I mean, that's how I qualified for this to begin with, is best overall. So
I'll be best overall and be awesome. Make them look good. I am not done with breeds, Matto. I'm bringing them this weekend.
are you? Do you own that army? Are you ready?
No.
Or are you borrowing it all from Jason?
Nope. Kramer literally called me yesterday and goes, "Hey, do you still need me to bring that army?" And I go, "I'm so glad you called. I had zero plans to make the army happen. Like literally none. I didn't even think about it. I was also wildly still sick yesterday. So today's my day of I still feel terrible, but I at least can think coherently." So
I'm surprised you got on with Sean, or was that like your clone who did that for you?
no, I had tried to power out my Tuesday, just taking wild amounts of meds. Here, what's going on? You're right, Carmona. I didn't have anybody that I could grab it from. I have a CSM list that I really like right now, actually. It's a combination of a couple lists. The CSM list that I really like right now is double Forge Fiend, double 2-man Obliterator, both, one Nurgle, one one Nurgle, one Undivided, 3 units of Chosen, 3 Chaos Lords, double Rhino, so you got 2 5s in one and 5 in the other, 2 units of Accursed Cultist max, 2 Dark Communes that go inside of it, and you just have a lot of shooting, punching, and war control. Kansas has like a lot of good shit in our army. The army is just like so good. And it's been consistently winning since the data sheet has gone on, because I feel like it's got lots of ways to play it, and it punches up so well. And it can just do such bonkers damage. And then you think that 1 Nurgle Blitz is better than 2 times 2? I can see that. How about this?
I mean, they could split fire. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying I got points for it either way. And then of course Nurglings. I forgot to mention Nurglings. 3 Nurglings too. So that's the list that I really like for myself, because it gives me the options to do bullshit. Accursed Cultists are bonkers, by the way. It's just with the communes, with full rerolls, and they have that once a game, +1 to hit, +1 to wound, and the advance and charge is just insanity. You can just grab things and just hurt. Like pop the pact, of course. If you want to hit a hard target, you pop lethal hits. It's just with the full rerolls, it's just crazy time.
I could also play Sisters.
I mean, they in Sisters. I don't think that they lose really in bugs. I think that people just play them, um, don't have as many options. I don't know. Like that feels like you could just pound town bugs because they just have enough volume of everything. They never die. Yeah, those accursed cultists are bonkers town. I tried to fit that raptor unit in Carmona. It's just I wanted to fit the double accursed cultist and double Darkcom unit. I just really liked them. Hey, sisters are good. Sisters OP. So what are you? What are we gonna make for you? Let's see.
So it's on GW format. So I was always under the impression that close combat is favored on GW format terrain, but
It is.
several people have told me I'm wrong.
No, you had flanks though, because of the fact that you can almost always see the middle, and you don't have long firing arcs. So it's not even just melee, combinations of melee and close range fire, which is why I prefer like the Reapers on GW terrain, because it seems like you're always firing at 24 inches. You know what I mean? Because you should be fighting over the flanks, and it's a big deal on that. Do not play sisters. Your wife come out of nowhere. Eloise gets on her luchador mask and shows up. No, that's not happening. But I don't know. I still value Tau more than a lot of people do. I think its win rate is based on the fact that you have to make good decisions all game long. Agreed, Austin. Anything over 24 inches is overkill. It's just such a big difference between player place terrain and GW style terrain. Like, for instance, I'm playing GW style terrain this weekend at Rumble, and I actually changed my list. I went from Lancers to Reapers, and I put in Whirlwinds to hit all the out of sight stuff.
And that's the problem I have with Tau. Like, I feel like they do decently enough in the Eldar, but there's just so many staging points where I'm going to need to change my list to have like more crude in it, which I'm not necessarily against, just to box out charging armies so I don't lose to Anthony Vanilla like Brad.
You know what? That's hurtful talk, man. The best is he went on. I think he went on a pod and talked about it. Dude, that mission was just fucking bonkers. It was just the anti-Brad fucking mission. I was just like, what the fuck is even happening? Like scramble the fields. I'm not allowed to infiltrate on, deep strike on, or move on from reserves onto an objective. You're like, so everything my army's based on. You're like, also, I know you play late game. We're playing supply drops, so 2 of the objectives go away, and you can't score your home objective. I'm like, is this like a joke? Like, am I just being punked?
So I do like Tau. I was thinking like even considering a mech Tau army, just because I think it's funny.
I don't think a GW train mech Tau is the. Well, I mean, all Tau is mech Tau. So, but I still think the list that I sent over to you in Tau is the best list. I really agree with that. 2 units of 6 suits, 2 Cold Star Commanders, 3 Piranhas, 2 Stealth, 3 Sky Rays, 2 units of Tetras, a unit of Hounds, and I feel like I'm missing something, but that's basically the gist of the army.
I think it's 2 broadsides.
That army just feels good, man.
So what I ran at Michigan GT, which I thought did pretty good. I only had 2. Let's see. So I had Farsight, who's a beast, who literally single-handed me won 3 games just because of +1 to wound. And just being able to duke stuff out in close combat.
I'm not saying I'm not down with him, to be honest with you. Hey, you know what would be super cool? Running 3 units of 4 suits.
Yes. Tau's win rate would go up 5 to 10% if you could take a squad size other than 3 or 6. Like, if I could take a single crisis suit, fantastic.
3,
if I could take 4 crisis suits, even better.
3 is just not enough, and 6 is just way too many.
Yes. Which is why I don't like the 2 6-man squads. I've been going with 1 6 and 2 3s. It works decently well.
You know what you guys should be using It's
Hmm.
Eloise's StarCraft Eldar army, but I'm not saying there's a family in 40K that's really been slacking on a project. I'm just saying there's a family in 40K that's been really slacking on a project.
For some reason, I just don't think like that particular army will be legal at a Games Workshop event.
I'm just saying you could have had these things painted amazingly. Weak sauce. I love the double not ready. I think it's Space Swoop time. Stormland swoves are looking great. Ow! I already have enough scores for them. Again, I don't. I want to get as soon as I get to 4 scores with an army, I move on. I've got 4 scores for orcs, and I've got 4 scores for space wolves. I want to get 4 Vanguard scores, and then I'll play something else after that.
Are they even breaking it down based on like Vanguard, or you could just counting as Dark Angels at the moment?
I don't know actually. I think they're doing by detachment.
I mean, I feel like that entire system has been broke this edition, but
Hey, I've got the lead in 2 different factions. I want to see how many I can do. It's fun. I also like playing new shit. I'm like a child. I have no attention span. I want to play new stuff. Ooh, look at piece of candy.
that is very accurate. But you should come down, Brad. Probably offered you to get you a flight.
I know. I know, dude. I'm just with life and health and monies and everything else. I don't want to play that much super serious 40K. Life, love, live, love, laugh, whatever. Balance. I just want to play. I want to take some time, not off of 40K at all, but like, I want to play some just fun. Like, I'm super excited to go to Du Bois and play literally whatever they hand me. That's what I'm playing. And I love that. You know what I mean? There's just some tournaments where I don't have to go, this is the kumite that I have to win. I just want to go and play. You know what I mean? It's just some events I will take more serious than others, and I will do more homework and preparation for it. But like, I do this every day. You know what I mean? So like, I enjoy helping others, and sometimes I just want to play to play. In the end, we're playing with toy soldiers, man. Like, I
Mhm.
want to fuck off sometimes. I don't want to have to worry about, did I win the event? Am I disappointed showing up and not winning an entire event? You know what I mean? Like, I still want to have just fun. So like, I want to Frank Dukes, exactly. I'm gonna blood sport it. But there's some events that I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna really do my due diligence, and then there's other events I want to just hang out. And there's only so much mental fatigue that I can do. Also, Matt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
So
that.
I went to San Diego for a 3-day event. I played 8 games. Um, a lot of travel and shit. And now I'm all fucked up. So, and I'm gonna go 2 weekends in a row to things. You know what I mean? And that last weekend, if I went to Champs instead of Du Bois, again, I have to play another 8 games. You know what I mean? Of super intense 40K, and I just don't know if I have it in me, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to set myself up for failure. I know if I go to Du Bois, I'm going to basically be playing a meme army, and I'm not going to care about anything. You know what I mean? I'm going to have a couple glasses of wine. I may or may not play most of my games, you know what I mean? And just hang out all weekend. So,
So, are you saying that I should take it seriously and try to win?
yes, if you're going to something called the World Championships, you should literally show up bringing your best game. Figure out, you should already be going mission by mission and seeing what's the best army for me for these missions that I play. What would look good into the meta? What do I have answers? Am I able to take on everything that will be put in front of me?
I mean, I think that's impossible with one army. It's more of just down to luck with pairings, but
Eloise coming in with her bleh, French saying. I mean, exactly, Chase. glass of wine in hand and Thunderhawk on the table. That's a good time. And that was a real time.
That sounds like a great time to me. So
He brought the Thunderhawk. He styled with it. He won like a lot of games. He would have won more. Oh, the worst time for the Thunderhawk was Thunderhawk versus Thousand Suns.
or you just didn't have a save.
Twist of Fate. I just had no save. Meow, meow. So, exactly, that's my point. Austin made a good point. Because look across the factions, everything is pretty heady. Maybe target Templars is mindless, and that was my thing. Is I just don't know if I can put together. I don't know if I can go to 3 tournaments in a row and play 8 games at my best without having real repercussions. I don't want to be the downer of the stream, but just I just
Yeah, I mean, you've been having a series of medical stuff going on, you know.
yeah, I just don't want to show up. And the sucky thing is literally when I need to play my best 40k is when I'm at my worst at the end of a tournament. You know what I mean? So, and the Thunderhawk is an absolute Chad play. But if you're going to go to the champs, which you are, I do think that you should give yourself the optimum chance to win if you want the overall. You know what I mean? Bring your best looking stuff, but your best looking things that also give you the best chance to win the most games. See, I love it, KR. Templars makes that of me. I need mindless.
So you've seen my stuff, Brad. What do you think are the best looking models?
I'm very skewed though on that because I don't like it. To be perfectly honest, again, I don't see all the colors. So like people's best painted stuff doesn't get my mojo going. The conversions do, and you've got a lot of conversions, and I like conversions way more than I like well painted. So for me, it's a lot different because I really like. Get back into the middle of the screen, please, with your hands. But for me, the converted stuff is just a big deal. Yeah, exactly. Carmona.
Well, good thing whatever I bring, it's going to be 100% converted. So
yeah, and I think that's a big deal. I really appreciate conversions. Best looking of the Tau, I agree on that. I think you could actually do very well with the Tau because I think that you have a positive matchup versus Eldar, which is you're going to see. I think that your CSM match isn't terrible, and that's actually a big deal for CSM because there's a lot of matches that are just dumpster fire into CSM. You have enough volume to pick up a full unit of Cursed Cultists. You've got the ability to take out a Rhino and the Chosen inside with 1 activation. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So, listen to me on chat if you don't listen to me in real life. What do we expect to see at the update coming up? I'm not going to lie. GW has surprised me fairly big in the last couple updates with what they did. And I didn't hate it. I actually thought the last data set was amazing. I do see CSM probably getting hit a little bit. I actually expect Eldar to get something happen to them. I don't know what. Sometimes they're just so unwilling to change mechanics. Like, until you change what Night Spinners do, I'm bringing them almost no matter what they're playing. Unless you just make them like a 400 point model, I'm bringing Night Spinners if I was bringing
at what point would Night Spinners no longer be worth it? And I could justify taking it for 250 points. Because you only need 1, and that will win you games.
It's just, it locks down. It literally auto wins versus certain armies. It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so at what point value is it no longer worth it? Because right now it's like 180.
Yeah, I mean, it went up from what was the original cost? 130,
150 or something like
no,
that.
it was one. It went to 140 at one point in time. I thought it was.
Yeah, well.
But they have to fix mechanics. Also, sisters are pointless against. I don't think Marines are useless against gas. It's just a hard matchup. 100% KR. You have to fix rules. It's mechanics. It's just insane. I don't actually see orcs getting touched. If they touched orcs, I would be very surprised. The win rate was artificially inflated. Um, I, I mean, it just was. I mean, orcs have tools to deal with things, but orcs take a lot of play and decision making to win. I think orcs are a fantastic army for that. Orcs never feel OP against anything, but they have answers to do things play style. They play the game very well, intent to score points. And I don't think that they're going to get hit. How about this? Orcs shouldn't get hit at all because they're riding a fine balance of playing the game point wise. Let's see. What do we got in the chat here? Agreed. I think they're going to add points to Chosen or Chris Cultus. I think the Chosen will for sure go up. I don't know if a Chris Cultus will go up. I don't think they need to go up, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's a fine unit. It's a very just good unit, but I think you have to watch out. And that's the problem with GW on this is when you make changes, you have to make small changes constantly. And we should have more changes, to be honest with you. Because the synergy of things goes. That's why go back to Custodes and Knights. Custodes and Knights took 4 nerfs. And none of them were singularly ridiculous, but you put those together and the gestalt of everything is what happens. You have to take everything as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But and yeah, a lot of guys do play orcs just to yell. People walk in my office while I'm watching, guys. How dare they? If the meta CSM loses like 150 points, probably, to be honest with you. One of the problem is that, man, when you look at CSM, one of the reasons that it's so good is it trades up often. And that if you don't trade up as often as they do, I don't know if they are as powerful. So like it becomes hard. So the army is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. I think CSM arguably is the best army in the game. But you have to watch out. It's a very fine line though, because one of the reasons they are so good, again, is they're trading up. Any army that trades up is a big deal. Either being able to trade up points wise and or being non-interactive a la Eldar is the reason why a lot of armies are just really good on that. Garrett, I'm here chilling. Fight me, Brad. Can I fight you on a day where I don't feel like this?
Just go drive down to Cincinnati, go pimp slap him.
Yeah, I got winded by walking up the stairs, so I can't breathe today.
Well, I guess, how about this? Why don't we pull up what other people are taking, or we believe they're taking, and see which armies seem better tentatively. And since you have control of the screen, I'll let you do that.
Well, I'm just going to say, I can tell you this. I know I'm off the top of my head. CSM. What are our options again? Marines, Tau, and that's it? Pretty? Well,
Eloise said emphatically not. You're not taking sisters. So
Marines Marines or Chaos. First off, I'm gonna put this up in a poll, everyone, but listen to our takes first. And then we will go over everything. Tau, Marines, you always got to put the exclamation points on it. But, so, Marines versus Chaos. Marines, or Tau versus Chaos. I think Tau is like wildly better versus Chaos than Marines are, actually, to be honest with you.
With the list you came up with?
I can definitely play into Chaos. I did play into Chaos. Played into Chaos twice over the weekend. Well, I obviously played it more, but specifically CSM. So, excuse me. But I think Tau is better against CSM in all forms of CSM. The Marines can be killed like Marines. Your stats are actually better into basically all of it, because they're winning you on 5s and hand-to-hand, obviously. They have the fist and the hammer, but yeah. But excuse me. So then you're looking at Eldar, and that's different because I don't know which is better into that.
Well, with the Eldar matchup, I think the biggest problem for Tau is the double
Spinner.
avatar. No, just the double avatar.
I don't believe that. You just volume them out. They still just fail saves.
I mean, not when they roll like mad people.
Sure, if your opponent only rolls involves, I mean, everybody wins then.
Yeah.
My opponent didn't fail a save. Okay, well, cool. You're the best. I mean, that's just a thing. Hold on, indeed, my friend. New poll. He's got to bring what he has. So those are the things that he has. So if you bring my list, I think it's better against Eldar because I can create angles because I can pick things up. Oh, for sure. The Drukhari players are annoyed at Skari. Like the only person winning with Drukhari right now.
Well, I know the Sky Rays do really well into Eldar too, just because of smart missile systems and it
Correct.
helps pick up the warp spiders.
Well, you
it
can
picks
pick
up
up
the
the
swooping
trash.
hawks. Yeah.
It picks up the Hawks, the Spectres, and the Spiders. So I think Tau's better there. So then, excuse me, looking at Tyranids. And I think either, to be perfectly honest with you. No,
Yeah, yeah, Steven. I booked a hotel room yesterday and I've been working on a display board. So I am definitely coming. There's no refund on this hotel room. So
Tom is picking me up for Rumble. And then Terrence Heat are coming down to get me.
So wait, Terratid's coming from Pittsburgh to go to Detroit to pick up your bum ass in Toledo to go to Fort Wayne.
Yes.
That seems a little out of the way.
I mean, at some point in time, they literally have to drive by me. So that's a thing. So that's a real deal. I did remember to cancel my plane ticket when I double booked, by the way.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of me too. I'm the
All
best.
right. So Eldar, Chaos Space Marines, what else?
Okay, we already talked about CSM. Depending on the Marine match, Tau will have some issues with the Vanguard list, creating angles and just being right up in your shit with the 9-inch infiltrate with Terminators or whatever else they're putting in there. So it's easier to counter that with other Marines. So Marine on Marine, if you're talking Vanguard.
Yeah.
The other one is Iron Hands, the Iron Storm detachment. I think Marine on Marine is just easier than Tau on Marine sometimes, if you're talking those two. But I think that you're way better against the Iron Storm than you are against the Vanguard. Minus when it hits a big deal versus Vanguard for you.
So one of the things that I've been factoring into my list is, yes, it is the minus one hits a really big deal, and especially with like people popping smoke or venom thropes. So I've been taking an Enforcer Commander attached to 3 crisis suits, and then because he reduces AP and you're practically always getting cover save, I give all the 3 crisis suits the ignore hit modifiers. So that means they're always hitting on 3s or 4s, depending on what's going on with marker lights.
I don't hate that. It's one of those things where it's just
slow.
Yeah, you just don't have as much movement at that.
Yeah,
but
they're good for holding the home base.
I think that you're okay either way. I think that you're better against Ironstorm than you are against Vanguard for sure.
Yeah. And I feel like in order to help push out the Terminators and other shenanigans, like I need to put in some more crew, which my list currently doesn't have.
Yeah.
Or even take what's his face, the Pathfinder guy,
Darkstrider.
Yeah. Because they get infiltrate, because he attaches the Pathfinder, so they get infiltrate, scout, and then a 12-inch bubble from him pushing everything away.
I like this. So, for instance, what I'm taking for this weekend, let's pause real quick, and I'll say in the list I sent you.
Okay.
I'm bringing a Vanguard list with Deathwing Command Squad, 5 guns, plus an Ancient Terminator armor, OC-18, infiltrates, it's fantastic. Librarian, plus a unit of infiltrators, Phobos, untargetable, unless you're inside of 12. Infiltrators push you out, so they can't come in from reserves and do anything about you. 2 units of 3-cent devs with las cannons missiles. 2 gladiator reapers. 2 whirlwinds for indirect. 2 scout squads. 3/6 inceptors. Bolter plasma. I feel like I'm missing something, but that's the gist of this.
Mm-hmm.
The best Space Marine unit to counter TIE units is shoot, move, or lone operative. It's inceptors, like wildly, because you can just drop down next to them. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, which is why I've been taking ghost skills too, because they don't care about your inceptors.
I mean, they will too care about my plasma inceptors.
Nah, they don't care.
I mean, I'll kill it. You'll just die.
Nah. Nah, they don't care. They got this. They believe in themselves.
You take like 12 saves.
That's not mathematically correct at all, but okay.
You're gonna get rocked, yo. It almost
Because you're gonna be hitting on 3s,
hitting,
and
I'm
then
gonna be hitting on 2s because I'm gonna pop the
No.
strat.
They're stealth, -1 to hit.
I'm gonna oath it up.
I mean, this seems like a lot of work to kill a ghost kill.
It's not. If I'm gonna drop it, I'm just gonna oath.
Pete, I don't think the plasma scepters
I do
at 2x3 are good.
I like 3/6 bolter plasma is my preferred loadout right now. A true story. Crowley goes that you're a better Tau player than you are a Marine player. We coming in with 1 die too. Literally super chatting you, even though she's standing right next to you. I love everything about what just happened.
She's at work.
Oh, she's at work, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is, I love Space Marine lists that doesn't exist anymore.
All right, we're ending the poll. We're just
Rip bikes. What were the stats?
Oh, it was 71% Tau.
Oh, not even close to Marines. Because with the Marines, like I own a lot of Marines, but I don't think they make a good list. Besides being a collection of bodies.
I do want to play a narrative, by the way. I'm such a lore dork that I don't understand why I'm not already doing that.
Only 1 die is overcharging.
Yeah, I actually have been rolling pretty average on that. Just 1 die. It's because you're only rolling 6 rolls because they only have 1 gun.
Is that super chat embezzlement? I don't get the super chat money. It's all going to Brad. So,
well, it's after I have to find it from Tom. Whoa! That doesn't go straight to me. That goes to some offshore account somewhere.
It's 1 muscle milk. I don't even think it's 1
a
muscle
half
milk.
a muscle milk. Thank you very much.
Having bought some when Brad was visiting back in June, I'm pretty sure like $3.75 each.
Yeah, half a muscle milk. The but I think it's Tau.
All right. So let me type up my list in the comments about. I told you like how I got derailed from cutting little bricks and stuff.
I'm not bringing fucking Ogden to a goddamn narrative. That would be a train wreck. Tom's coming in hot with a just death list, murdering everyone in narrative. We need Skyrays Tetra Piranhas. You just have to have them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have all that.
Okay, you need 3 Skyrays, 3 Piranhas, and 2 units of Tetras.
I'm just typing up the list.
I love that you keyboarded it up.
Yeah. I'm typing up the list I took to Michigan GT so everyone knows what I have been thinking. Well, and I feel like it has done pretty well.
I think that you're wrong.
I mean, probably.
See, we're going to make the list right now, Eloise. That's what we're doing for the rest of the show. Brandon just abandoned completely modeling and it just slammed his keyboard in the middle of the screen. They have free colors. It's nice. Brandon's Tau stuff is cool with the crew. You're typing at the speed of smell.
Yeah, I know.
You would get fired immediately from an office job. What do you type? 4 words a minute.
Well, good thing I'm not in an office job.
Can we just talk about 2 times ghost kill? Go fuck yourself. They're so expensive. Take one if you're gonna take them.
Oh, ghost kills are amazing though. They're so. I was thinking about taking one.
And you already said not piranha. Oh, you take 3 single piranhas, and you take 3 sky rays.
Oh shit! I meant to type Tetras. I do have 3 individual piranhas.
And only one stat. Your list hurts my soul. It's like
What?
it's awesome list adjacent.
It's
like,
awesome list adjacent.
You're like right next to an awesome list. Like you take the same train home as the awesome list, but you sit next to him on the train. I don't even know what WPM means. That's how
for a minute.
Where it's exactly. There you go. I took typing class. Thank you very much.
Was it typing class or typewriter class?
Oh, it was typewriter class. In my freshman year, I took typewriter class. That's a thing. I see. Kiara took it also. He took it in 7th. I took it in 9th.
I want to see how fast Brad can type because I'm calling bullshit. I don't think
I can crush typing. I can crush typing still. My hands barely work. I have scars everywhere.
I'm calling bullshit. You know who types deceptively fast? Mike Brandt. Holy shit.
He does answer shit instantaneously.
With not like a word, but sentences. Like I remember chatting with him, and the dude just types so damn fast about the most random things.
Or he literally sees into the future. Knows what you're gonna say, so he's answering it. So
Brad needs a box over his hands. I actually can type without looking at the keyboard.
It's me. Fuck. Oh god, I can't.
That chameleon game was my jam.
Yeah.
Where the chameleon eats all the ants.
Jeez. Let's talk about lists. I mean,
right, so the list is I had Farsight, Cold Star was all the cyclics, who always dies to random shit. He always gets like precision swung out by like Shalaxi or something, which is super annoying.
Just don't let it happen. You ever thought about boxing out or spacing?
It's hard when I don't have enough models to do that.
Yeah, because you took 2 ghost kills and you didn't have trash.
Ghost kills are trash.
Trash
plus.
They are not trash plus. They cost 160.
Yeah, and they're super good. They just dunk on Inceptors all day.
Are you on some sort of drug? Also, to be fair, if you put your ghost kill on the neutral zone objective, you're just gonna meet my Deathwing command squad, and they're just gonna put you in a bag. Just like old fantasy giant putting the models in bags and walking away. Also, I prefer Gubble Commander period right now over Farsight. The list that I had Lau playing, I really like. It just has answers, man. Two commanders, 2 6s, 2 stealth teams, 3 individual piranhas, 3 sky rays, 1 unit of Kroot, and then you have basically 180 points for either a ghost keel or 2 individual broadsides, which I really do like the broadsides quite a bit. You can just sit on an objective and just go.
Mm-hmm.
But you just have just so much random trash to put out. Obviously, 2 Tetras, obviously. 2 units of 2 Tetras. To be fair, Farsight is cool.
Farsight is cool. He always gets his points back. He's always doing dumb shit.
2 more points against 2 players. Yeah. It is funny because you've had CSM, but you don't even play Heretics, do you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
The only time I play heretical armies is usually Adepticon or a team in tournament.
I was just going to say, I've never seen you play anything heretical.
I mean, I have 2 prizes from when we won team tournaments with Chaos.
best heret, best heretical team.
Yep.
Oh,
And first place with Bill. We were using his demons.
that's true.
We also won.
I love
I
it.
won. Back in the day, I won first place with Nick Nanavati because he was so damn stupid with Chaos. He didn't know how to use his own army, so I sat him down and played the final game, and we won.
I love the fact that KR just called you out. Shouldn't Brandon be painting Tau now instead of cutting strips? Oh, wait.
I still have a display board to build for said army.
But I think you should bring what I just said. I really think you can tool it up just a little bit, but like you're gonna need that trash. You just will. You need stuff to box you out. You need answers to world eaters. You need answers to CSM, and you don't get that from Ghost Kills.
That is fair. I will give you that. The Ghost Kills are better in the Eldar matchup, but they suck against World Eaters and CSM.
And CSM. You're just gonna
anything with reasonable close combat, they just get picked up immediately.
correct. That's my point. You're gonna see those armies though. CSM's probably the best army in the game. You know what I mean? And you're gonna see World Eaters because we're playing GW Terrain. They can just get there. They've had
So maybe I'll put a behave. My dogs are fighting.
Nah, you should lean into it. Always do whatever you can to get as much free things as you possibly can. That's my motto in life.
So do you think Crude Hounds or do you like the 10 Crude bodies?
Nah, Crude Hounds. It's the cheaper version, plus they're faster. So I can go do an action, or I can get in the way easier. I have to commit where I'm putting the Crude. They don't get away as easier either. Orcs are always present too, but orcs actually can have a real hard. The Tau game against orcs is actually very strong because they can demech them and they can pick up an entire squad immediately.
Don't you have to allocate all your shots before?
Yeah, but I'm saying you have like a piranha will just kill a truck. You know what I mean? And then the other unit kills everything inside.
Fair enough.
Secremus is a hell of a drug.
Hear me out, Brad. How about instead of the 2 extra broadsides, I take 3 more piranha?
I mean, not really, because the problem is that I'm typically to play very effectively with Tau, you have to be using the piranhas very aggressively for move blocks and stuff. So like an extra 3 piranhas doesn't help as much because you're throwing them away a lot because you want them to block. They have the perfect body to fit between the GW Terrain.
Mm-hmm.
They're fantastic for that. They literally fit perfectly between the gaps in GW Terrain.
Oh yeah, have you used them at ATC doing that? Shenanigans.
Yeah, it's just I would just rather have more stuff.
Stop trying to squad your piranha. I will take Mekta to a tournament.
Yeah, exactly. 100% Crawley. he said that like 100 times too. Every time my answer is no. The 2 broadsides work really well on that, man. They weirdly enough in
Brad, have you seen my broadsides?
I don't think so.
All right, let me go get my broadsides.
Get the broadsides. Take a manta. The best part about the manta is not only is it 2,000 points, but it also doesn't fit on any board ever because you can't overhang.
Bam. Actually, I should do it like this.
Is that a freaking Crutox Rider?
It's a Narlock.
Narlock? That makes me so happy. I had to change my screen vision to see that. All right, so we're playing Tau. I'm going to bully you into taking the list that I want you to take. Because if you don't, you're going to have a tough time against the top armies. Exactly. The base is gigantic. Yeah, you can't overhang. Well, sorry, you can't overhang at WTC. How about that? They literally don't let you.
Yeah.
No, you can overhang. You just can't overhang in WTC, which is what I'm used to. But The Manta base, I don't think fits anywhere either. The Manta is just so gigantic. The Manta's also
I don't think the Manta comes with a base.
it's so wildly heavy, by the way.
Yeah, it's like 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah, it's like crazily big. We have two in the basement. It sinks. They're CKs.
All right. I guess I'll use some broadsides. And then I'll make some missile. Do you want shield drones on or missile drones on the broadsides?
Shield. You can do them. See, I mean, you can do volume, but man, 10 wounds is a hell of a drug.
The problem with the 10 wounds is they give up 2 points if you for killing vehicles.
What is happening here?
Bring it down.
Oh, no, what's Pete saying?
Horus Heresy, the end of. I can't see because there's a heart emoji.
Yeah, that's driving me crazy.
I guess it's a book that's out now.
Oh, I want that then immediately. Is that an audiobook? I've been doing a lot of audiobooks. My brain hurts when I read stuff.
All right, so if I play Tau, I literally have to just touch up all my crisis suits and convert a couple weapons.
Shalap. I mean, you would win a lot of games. You would probably get into a lot of fights if you dropped a Manta on your opponent's army. It's on Audible? Yeah, I'm reading that. I'm getting that right now. Literally, as soon as we get off stream, I'm downloading that. I think I've got like 8 credits available. Also, man, if you told me 15, 20 years ago that I'd be listening to people reading me a book, I would have told you that you were fucking high on crack cocaine.
I think even short than 15, 20 years ago. I think maybe like 8 years ago.
Well, unfortunately for Crawley, I literally just saw that he messaged me at 2 and said, add me to the call, please. You're on tomorrow, buddy. I apologize. I did not see this at all. Oh, that's right now he said that. Oh, I can add you to the call. Shit, I thought that was an hour ago. It's actually 2 right now. I mean, I'm closing the stream down in like 1 minute. Nah, screw this. I'm not adding you to the call right now. Because I'd have to go in and find him. And I'm pretty done right now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying fight Norris. Yeah, it's
Can't you say the whole unit has X? I don't know.
Space Jesus does die for your sins.
I feel like the GW event's going to be kind of sticklers on what you see is what you get. But I've never actually. The last time I played in a GW event was 2007. So where I had Tau. It's coming full circle.
CIB in the place to be, yo.
The Baltimore GT,
All right.
where the Kroot Tau made their first appearance.
Lean in and wave your hand because we're doing a Queen's wave and we're getting out.
Appreciate you guys joining us today and helping me try to get past my indecisiveness. Now I just got to make a list.
We've already made the list. You just have to accept it's your reality. Just accept it. Don't make it weird. Just let it happen.